Mhm. Yeah. So, so I can imagine. I can only imagine how some people can take the title of this video, this live stream. Why I don't trust the black community, and I'm black. But as I further elaborate, I'm quite sure if you have a certain level of intelligence, awareness, and understanding of the world we live in, and even more so of the country we live in. I live in New York, so you know my country already. Mhm. So, why don't I trust the black community? It's for, it's simple, simple reasons. A couple simple fucking reasons why I don't trust the black community. For one, the black community is fucking gullible. Fucking gullible. What do I mean? How you gonna call the black community gullible? Because the black community fucking just disregarded the history of the current president, Joe Biden. Disregarded his history. Uh-oh. Disregarded his history when it comes to the 94 crime bill and everything that happened because of that. Now, Joe Biden was the vice president for 8 years. Not once do I ever remember hearing him speak about how awful and how much of a mistake that crime bill was in 94. Because he's the one who drafted it and introduced it. He gave that, famous speech that you can Google. It's on YouTube. He did not call people super predators. He called us predators nonetheless, though. Those words did come out his mouth. Predators. Black people ignored that, disregarded it, didn't fucking care when it was time for him to run for president. Well, why did they do that? Because, he was the vice president to a black man, Barack Obama, alleged black man, Barack Obama. I didn't even know what the fuck Joe Biden sounded like the whole 8 years he was vice president. But yeah, very, very harsh statements. But the main important part about that right there is the fact that he only seemed to apologize for it when he was running for the president and he needed votes. He needed the black community's votes. So that's when you decide to bring up the crime bill and apologize and talk about it and say how much of a mistake it was. You had 8 years as the president. Why didn't you do it? Pardon me. You had 8 years as vice president. Why didn't you do something about it then? According to Joe Biden's own words, they knew early on after the bill was implemented that it was fucking up. That, according to his words, they knew a couple years after it was fucking up. It was fucked up. Now, he admitted that in what was that shit called? One of them programs they have when the presidential election is go town hall, city shit like that. When he was sitting in town, some shit like that. He's on the campaign trail. Um, he said that. Okay, so the crime bill was fucked up. It was unfair. You admitted this shit. What are you going to do to rectify your mistake? Don't seem like he's going to do a fucking thing. Nope. We can prove that in 1997, if you were a black man and you had no prior arrest and you robbed a store and got caught, you would get way more time than a white man who has prior arrest for the fucking robbery with a gun. You would get more time. It's proven. Niggas can go look back at the fucking books and look at this. That's how they know this shit was fucked up. So what is he gonna do to rectify it? Not a goddamn thing, like I said. We can prove these things. He can go back and he's the president. He can go back and put a bill into play. He could put a bill into play that if anybody was affected, you know, you get this or whatever, or you should, your record becomes clean or whatever, or it's get knocked down from whatever. It ain't a fucking whole remedy, but it's a start. It's a fucking start somewhere. It's a start. But nah, he ain't gonna do that because another point on why I don't trust black people, the black community, is because the black community don't use its brain. They don't. Niggas don't use their brain. See, I like to quote Agent K from Men in Black, the first movie. He's talking to Will Smith on the park bench before Will Smith, Agent J, his character name, before he decides to join the Men in Black. He asks Agent K, Tommy Lee Jones, why don't you tell the people, why don't you tell the world that aliens are here? People are smart. Agent K says, a person is smart. People dumb, stupid, rash, violent, irrational. And it's true. Because you can speak to someone one on one about something, and they'll give you this. But when you speak to that same person and they're in the group, you're not going to get that same whatever, typically. But yeah, people are fucking, the black community don't use his brain. Don't. Fucking don't. Prime example. When it comes to Donald Trump and Barack Obama, pardon me. When it comes to Donald Trump and Joe Biden, if black people would have used their fucking brains, assuming, we don't know what we know about the presidential election, that the fact that the popular vote does not pick the president. We're not going to run with that. Black people sat there and said that a man who is directly responsible for the imprisonment of hundreds of thousands, millions even, of black men and women, Joe Biden is directly responsible for prison sentences in the 90s and early 2000s and shit being fucked up for black people. So directly by his hand, by way of that 94 crime bill, he has fucked over more than 1 million black people's lives. He has made a career in politics. Donald Trump was not a fucking politician. He did not do there's no fucking way in hell that it is possible he could have done the damage Joe Biden did in 4 years of being the president. He couldn't have done that much damage. No, he didn't. Black people need to use their brains and understand that part. Where was Donald Trump in the 90s? Every black person, more than likely in my age bracket, fucked with Donald Trump. He was in Home Alone, too. He was fucking on WWF. Black people fucked with Donald Trump. Nelly got the song EI where he say he hit the Trump Towers. Now niggas don't even fuck with the Trump Towers. You feel me? But black people didn't use their brain. They said, nah, we're gonna pick, we're gonna decide to go with this guy, Joe Biden. Because niggas use their emotions when it came time to make a decision using your fucking brain. And that's another reason why I don't trust the black community. I don't. I can't trust them. I can't trust my own fucking community to see the truth and see what is right in front of their eyes. Because I was just talking about Donald Trump. Donald Trump don't like me. Donald Trump don't like me. He is a racist. I do believe he is a racist. He only likes those black people, the good ones, who smile, shuck and jive, show their teeth a lot. If a nigga smiling, a nigga is typically deemed harmless. Those are the black people he like. He don't like me. But see, I can respect the fact that I know he don't like me because he's made it abundantly clear that he don't like black people. He don't like most of us. If we're not what he considers one of the good ones, he don't fuck with us. That's something that should be acknowledged in my opinion, and it should be respected. It should be respected the fact that a nigga has the balls to tell you, I don't fucking like you. Don't like your kind. If that's how he feels. Because what's worse than that is a nigga who smiles in your face and will stab you in your fucking back. That's Joe Biden right there. Talked all that hot shit on the presidential campaign, became the president. What happened? Nothing happened that he said would happen as far as it's concerned with black people. He promised HBCUs so many billions of dollars to keep their lights and shit on. What happened? Nothing. That's another point, and why I can't trust black people, the black community, when it comes to making decisions as a whole. Barack Obama, a black man, allegedly, was the president for 8 fucking years. And under a black man, the first black president, HBCUs were struggling to keep the bills, to pay their bills, to keep the lights on. Some of them, some closed. Some small HBCUs closed. I believe in Alabama there was Miles College. That was an HBCU. Miles College Golden Bears. There's Alabama A&M. You feel me? Shit. Last time I remember, Miles College, I do believe they've been closed. I don't know about Alabama A&M. I don't know what their situation is. I think they still around. But how is it that we had a black president for 8 years and HBCUs were struggling? But a fucking racist, Donald Trump, becomes the president for 4 years and HBCUs for those 4 fucking years did not have to worry about money. He gave them permanent funding for 4 years. Permanent funding. I say for 4 years, I say it like that because I know some people would have said, if I would have said it another way, niggas would have been like, oh, but it was only while he was the president. So fucking what? He gave them 4 years. That's 4 years out of the past 40. They did not have to worry about money. Leave it to a racist to do that. Oh, but he only did that because he wants niggas to fuck with him. Well, so fucking what? Who benefited? But your black president, Barack Obama, didn't do that. Barack Obama did some. He was a fool. He was a fucked up motherfucker. When you go look at the laws and shit that he signed and all kinds of shit that he did, why didn't Black Lives Matter? Black Lives Matter, the movement, was started during Obama's presidential fucking administration. It was started during his presidential administration. One more time. Black Lives Matter, the movement started when Barack Obama was the fucking president. I wish I could go and look up how many black people were killed by cops under Barack Obama. Because I can tell you one thing, it was damn sure way more than under Donald Trump. Oh, that's because he had 8 years and not so fucking what? Why didn't Barack Obama give niggas a fucking crime bill to make it a hate crime to do shit to black people? Why didn't he do that? That man got his political start in Chicago. And under his administration, Chicago had record breaking years back to back to back to back in which they fucking were the murder kings of fucking the United States of America. This is where the president got his political start from. That's his roots, his home, his own territory. So I would imagine, you know, if that's your own territory, you would take care of your own territory. Nope. He didn't do a fucking thing. He didn't do a fucking thing. Nothing. And we fucking Chicago also has a black mayor, Lori Lightfoot. But that stupid fucking idiot is just a stupid fucking idiot. That's all I can say about that without being too disrespectful. Stupid fucking idiot. What's going on? Y'all don't realize that? Niggas don't realize that shit happened like that. Those are the chain of events. That's why I can't trust the black community, man. I can't. I can't. What happened to Anthony Weiner laptop? Where's that shit at? Nobody asking that question. Nobody's asking that. It was a big thing. When Donald Trump was the president, that shit was a big thing. A lot of people were allegedly supposed to be on that laptop. What happened? What happened with that? Black people don't even fucking care about that. Black people don't even care about fucking Anthony Weiner laptop and the fact that he has it's possible information on there about foul and fucked up shit that people do. You know, like the alleged Pizzagate, situation. And Comet Ping Pong. You know? What happened with all those investigations? What happened with that? Nobody care about those no more, right? Why? Why ain't they being, are they being investigated? No, they're not. Why? Because, in my opinion, the people who are in power right now are on there. Because when Donald Trump was the president, that's what was going around. Like, Hillary Clinton was in trouble. She was being investigated. She got subpoenaed to go to court, and somehow she got out of it. And we know what she did was fucking damn near treasonous. She had emails, government emails, on the unsecured email server. Then, when the bitch got caught, she went and deleted the emails and bleached it and whitewashed it. Bleached and whitewashed in this context, excuse me, are computer terms in regards to deleting information like emails and making it untraceable. Because they say they say nothing is ever truly deleted off the internet, but that's not true unless you know what you're doing. You can delete things off the internet and make it impossible to find. You just gotta know what you're doing. You gotta bleach and whitewash the email. That's what she did. She got caught doing that. It's a known fact. Joe Biden get into motherfucking president. What happens? That's not heard of again. She actually climbed out her fucking rabbit hole. She climbed out her little foxhole and made an appearance early in his presidency. Had a video come out of her congratulating him, I believe. If I remember that correctly. She's no longer worried about being investigated officially. She's no longer worried because her friend is the president now. And he's not gonna let he's not gonna let that shit get investigated. He's not gonna let that shit get investigated because shit, there were allegations he was on the fucking laptop for shit. That's what the word was. So you think he gonna investigate the laptop further? I don't know. He's already got a lot of shit over him, like with this, Jeffrey Epstein case or the Ghislaine Maxwell case or whatever. Do black people even know that Joe Biden's brother also owns an island not too far from Epstein's island? Allegedly. I have to say allegedly. I have to. But you know the vibes. I cannot trust the black community. I cannot trust them to do, and I mean, I cannot trust them to make the proper decision. In my personal opinion, I can't trust them to make the proper decision and it as a whole for everyone, black. I can't. I don't. I'm very wary of that shit. It scares me. It really does because you know Tuskegee syphilis experiments ended in 1972. That was 50 years ago. 50 years ago. That was not fucking long ago. I can't trust my own fucking community as a whole because there I could bring up shit from before, I was a child. Rodney King happened in 92. I've seen the video of Rodney King and those police officers, and they whipped his fucking ass like a fucking slave. Not only back talk master, but spit on. And that whole we not guilty. None of them were guilty of it. That's what caused the riots, right? But here go black people in 2022 still looking at this entity, the United States government, and still believing in them and giving that entity a level of trust that boggles my mind. I mean, the and the COVID-19 anti-Asian crime bill. I've read it a couple times. In that crime bill, the official reason in which Congress said they ultimately decided to, go forward with this and make this a thing was because of a incident in Georgia, where a gunman murdered 8 people. 6 of the 8 were Asian. Right. That's the official fucking reason. Dylan Roof went into a black church, killed 10 people. All of them were black. One of those 10 people was also a sitting senator. What does a sitting senator mean? It means he's not a former senator. He's the current senator. He was a sitting senator, current senator of that state. He was killed. He was murdered by Dylan Roof. No crime bill for us. No crime bill. But that situation, only 6 of 8 were of that race, and they got a crime bill. Everybody was of one race over here. It was a well-known black church also. No crime bill. The biggest fucking reason why I cannot trust the black community to make decisions as a whole, I just can't trust niggas. This is the ultimate. This is, I'm not even gonna say the biggest, but this is one of the biggest, or this is a very fucking important one. One of the most important facts. When it comes to the presidential election, black people, the black community does not know the truth on how the presidential election works because, this is my opinion, because they were taught, more than likely by their mother or father or someone up in their family, to vote because it's your right to vote and people died for your right to vote. So that's why you should vote. And there's so many fucking things wrong with that thought process. One, people didn't die for my right to vote. They People fought and died for my right to have the option to sit at the fucking table and vote if I so choose. Gonna end that right there. When it comes to voting for the president, black people do not use their fucking brains, even though it's right there on the fucking internet in English. All you have to do is say, we know, you can talk to your phone. I'm not gonna say those words because my phone's gonna do it. But if you had an iPhone, you could say, "Hey Siri," and then Siri's gonna say, "What do you want?" or whatever. Siri, how does the presidential election work? It's gonna take you to an internet page, and you read from there. And you will read the presidential election is the only election in the country that takes place in which, drumroll, in which the votes of the citizens do not directly affect the outcome. It's written right there in fucking English. What happens every fucking time it's time to vote for the president? What do you have black people saying? Your voice matters. Go vote. Are we just not going to acknowledge the fucking government website that will tell you the popular vote don't affect the outcome? You know what? Here goes another reason, another thing. And this got to be the most clear example of why I can't trust the black community as a whole when it comes to making decisions. When it comes for us to get together or there's a general thought between, I don't trust black people. I don't trust whoever is going to be out here speaking 9 times out of 10. I don't trust them. No, what are you talking about? Because a lot of times niggas be worried about the wrong fucking shit. But in the 2016 presidential election between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton had more popular votes than Donald Trump, but Donald Trump became the president. If that ain't the biggest fucking example that the popular vote don't fucking, that's not the most perfect example that the popular vote does not pick the president and the popular vote is the citizens' vote. I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't know what it is. Because what did they say? Oh, people got to come out and vote. Because last time in 2016, this is what they said in 2020. They said in 2016, people didn't come out and vote. Black people didn't vote. That's why Donald Trump became president. Fucking lies. And that's why, ultimately, I can't trust the black community.